Hey everyone, this is Roger D, and welcome to Auto Lead Pilot session training number 1. And thank you so much for joining us. This is going to be a very fast action, packed training session. We're not going to keep you on here for 2 hours. You know that's not my training style. I'm going to try to get you as much great, actionable content within the next 45 minutes to an hour. Again, we're going to be doing about 2 to 3 training sessions every week here for the next couple of weeks. So this is live training. You can ask your question in the training box, and we'll do our best to help you out. All right. So first off, from myself, Ian, and the entire team, we want to thank you. Thank you so much for your purchase with us. You know, we know this is a program that costs you quite a bit of money. It's going to be really worth it for your business. But I want to thank each and every one of you individually for spending your money with us, spending your time with us, spending your energy with us. I appreciate it. And this is why I do this. I love to train you guys. I love to give you as much content as I can. And I love the excitement around this product. So from the whole team at Really Successful, Ian and myself, Barry, everyone, a big thank you for joining us on this program and trusting us with your hard-earned money. My goal for the next 4 weeks, guys, 3-4 weeks, is to give you as much value as humanly possible so that you can start generating your first couple of clients very, very quickly. So again, big thank you to everyone. Here's the thing, we're really excited for you. This software has cost us well over $50,000 in development costs and in time and labor. We've been working on this one for almost 2 years now. I remember I was back in Florida with my family. We'd spend like 6 weeks there, and that's where the whole idea came to us. We put everything together, and we've been working on this for a long, long, long time. And the thing is, we're really happy to see it in good hands. We're not releasing this to thousands of people that can go out and resell it. We're releasing this to our own members first. So we're really happy it's in good hands, and we're excited to see you guys strive for success with using this software. So here's what we're going to cover today. And again, it's going to be about a 45 minutes to an hour long training session. I want to start by the basics. I usually build these training sessions block by block. You know, it's kind of like building a house. You have to have your foundation. And today will be a lot of the foundation work. How do we find clients? Where do we find them? How do we know what clients are best for us? If I can save you any kind of headache, heartache, and banging your head against the wall trying to get a client, I've done my job here on this training session. And I really believe that once you're finished with me in this 45 minutes to an hour training session, you'll understand kind of like my train of thought, where I'm coming from, why I want you guys to go after these types of clients. And just a bit quick little background. I've been working with local businesses now for 6-7 years. I've trained over 30,000 people on how to land clients, how to work with clients, what to sell clients. I've been in this marketplace for a long time, generated hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales in the local marketing space. So I love training about this stuff because it's kind of like in me. I could literally do this while I'm sleeping. It's what I know best. Marketing, generating clients is what I do best. So we're going to be talking about that. How do we locate red hot leads? You know, we're going to do some market research together. We're going to look at websites together today. We're going to dig down and try to find these businesses that really need our help. And we'll be open to what it is that we will have to present to them. What kind of companies do we approach? Again, why bang your head on the wall when you can make it easier for you? And at the end, we're also going to do a very quick intro to the software. So it'll be a very quick introduction. And basically, we're just going to go over it very, very quickly. Now, I've got some good news. Ian and I just got off the phone with one of our main developers, the guy who's pretty much running the whole team for the software, Ron. Ian, do you want to just tell everyone what you guys will be doing in the next couple of days to really help our members with the software?
Yeah, well, I'm going to be working with Ron, we've already started to put up some videos. We're going to be putting up a lot more videos. We just need, of course, your patience. We want you to first of all concentrate on this session with all the marketing, because there's no point jumping in and playing with the software until you know exactly what you're going to be doing with it. So that's why it's very important that Roger decided to put forward the marketing first. You're going to have a few days to work that out, get everything sorted, and by the time that you come around to then actually implementing it, we're going to have all the videos up and running. And we'll maybe even have a special session next week. I think Monday we're not going to be around. Is that correct?
Exactly. Monday is Thanksgiving here in Canada, so we won't be around on Monday, but we have our training session on Tuesday and Wednesday of next
Tuesday.
week. Yeah. Sounds good. All right. Perfect. All right, guys. So that's the train of thought here for today. So let's get into here. Here's the one thing I always start with this kind of stuff, Ian, because I think it's the most valuable. But with working with local businesses and talking to local businesses and like just trying to close sales for the last 6, 7 years or so, there's a big difference that I found when it comes to finding the right type of client. There are two ways that you can either look at your business, this marketing business. You can either bang your head against the wall on a consistent basis, on a daily basis, trying to just find businesses that are open to and want to work with you, or you can just kind of do what I do, which is just follow the money. The money is there. Okay, if you just follow that money, you'll be able to grab on, and get paid. So what do I mean by, there's a big difference between two types of potential customers for you. There's the, bang your head on the wall type of customer and just follow the money customer. And we're going to talk about that, but it was one of my biggest lessons that I learned, I think, in the last 6 or 7 years. And here's what I mean by that. There's the hard way, okay? There's the bang your head against the wall and just like go crazy. And a lot of you have probably done this. Write down bang your, in the chat box, or just hard, the hard way. Write down hard in the chat box. If you've been trying to nail customers and clients and you're banging your head against the wall, and you just feel like, oh my God, like how am I going to land clients, right? Like it's just right. It's just too much, right? A lot of you guys have been banging your head against the wall and you're going, oh my God, what's going on? It's so hard to try to find this kind of stuff and find these types of customers, and it's hard. And I want to tell you about this because when I discovered this, it completely changed my business. You can either do this the hard way, which is beg businesses to look at what you're doing, beg and try to get businesses to pay you, go after businesses who don't really get or understand marketing, and then try and convince someone that your solution is going to work for them, which is not good. And something that I want you to understand is that that's not the right way to do it. Okay, that really isn't the right way to do it. There are two different types of business personalities that you need to understand. And if you're going after the typical business, soft business that's been around for 30 years and they know it all, they don't give a crap about anything marketing, you're going to be banging your head against the wall. Now, I want to give you an example. There's an accountant firm. It took me literally months to get them on board to become a customer. This was before I kind of, the light bulb turned on for me, and I was like, you know what, this is not my type of customer. But they literally took months and months for me to start actually getting them to work with me. I wanted to work with them. I knew I could help them, but they were around for 20 years, and they were, sort of dabbling into Google ads. I just literally, it took me months to get through to them. And then I make a phone call to a fitness company, And this guy answers, and he's excited, and he's like energetic about his business because it's about a year and a half old, and he's like excited about it. He's like, hey, what are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. Tell me how I can get more customers. And I'm doing this Google stuff, and it's working. I'm getting customers, but what am I doing? What can you talk to me right now that's gonna open up my business and make me a ton of money? And I call that, and you can write that down. It's the alpha business personality. It's a personality that is aggressive with their business, that has an open mind, that loves and understands marketing, and they are just willing to go 100% with you. And I'm going to tell you right now, okay? It is a lot funner and a lot easier to make sales if you can just find the alpha business person who's a go-getter, who's like, go, go, go. How do I make this work? How do I make more money at this? How do I generate more income? Okay. So does this make sense to you? You want businesses that get it and they want it. Okay. Those who understand the principles of marketing, those who understand the value of a lead, and those who are fighting for more business. And, is my audio still here? Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, I can still hear you.
People are saying they lost the audio. Okay, you can hear me now. All right, so let me repeat that. The easy way is to find aggressive businesses, those who, again, they get it and they want it. They want success. They get it. They're anything they can do to generate leads, they'll listen. They'll do it. Those who understand marketing, okay, those who really get marketing. Those who understand the value of a lead, they get it. They spend $20 and make 40. They'll spend $40,000 in a month, right? Those are the kind of businesses that you want to work with, and those who are fighting for more business. Okay, so does this make sense? Again, write down maybe the word light bulb in the chat box if this might be a little bit of a light bulb moment, because a lot of you, I can tell you right now, you're not going after these types of businesses. You are not focusing on these types of businesses. And let me tell you, whatever you focus on, you will get. So if you're focusing on just getting any business to sign up with you and pay you money, you're going to be banging your head on the wall and you're going to give up. You're going to give up. So you need to change your focus. You really need to change your focus. Okay. Again, I'm just telling you, like the alpha, business personality, and it can be a woman or a man, they are damn aggressive with their business and they are really fun to work with. So I have changed my complete mindset in my business, where I don't care about the other 80 or 90% that are just regular business people that've got their little system, their business is making them some money, and they're just in their own little world. I delete those people, okay? And we're going to talk about how to find those alphas. How do we find those types of people? We're going to talk about that. But that's just one way of looking at it. So again, I just want to make sure before we start this whole training session, let's use the word alpha business person as the new word for this training session. And I'm going to keep repeating it for you guys. And I just, again, who's starting to see a major difference in the two? And I'm telling you, when you start finding these alpha personalities, they're crazy to work with. They're like, come into my office right now and let's talk about this. I want to see what you're doing. They're that kind of person. And it's I'm telling you, it's 10-15% of businesses you'll talk to are like that. So you just have to find those 10 to 15 percent of the businesses that are like that. So it's my 80-20 rule in my business. 80% of potential clients are not for me. It's just, and the faster you can accept that, okay, the funner and the more money you'll make. Because as soon as you accept the fact that 80% of the businesses won't be for you and they won't be open to talk to you and they're just moody business people, you'll get on the phone or you'll do a phone call or you'll start to do prospecting, And businesses that are just pissed off and they don't want to talk to you, you kind of smile and go, no, I wouldn't want to work with you anyway, right? That's the kind of mindset I want you guys to have going into this. 20%, 10 to 20% are the businesses that get it, the ones that just get it. Okay. I don't want to work with the 80% that just don't get it. It's way too much for, it's time consuming and it's a pain in my ass. So that's the way I look at it. So change the way you think about prospecting for good. So here's what I mean by that. If you're sending out emails, if you're doing phone calls, if you're doing follow up, and you're just banging your head against the wall, I kind of look at it as fishing. When you fish, there are thousands of fish in the water, and you're out there and you're trying to catch a fish. You're not going to catch every fish. So I look at prospecting kind of like fishing. It just kind of happens. You're going to find these clients that'll go, hey, I just looked at that thing that you sent me by email. That technology looks really crazy. How do I get my hands on something like that, right? How do I get my hands on something that does that? So again, the big thing here is just look at this as 80 to 90% of the businesses out there, they're not businesses you will want to work with. Just how it is. So I only go after businesses that have what's called high customer value. Why? It's because they're easier to convert. Again, and they're easier to here's the way I look at it. Like if I've got a technology that helps businesses get more conversions from their website. So let's think of real estate agents who makes, I don't know, $5,000-$10,000 commission when they close a sale. Well, it's a lot easier for me to convert maybe an extra 3 to 5 more customers a month than it is for me to convert 50 new customers a month for like a company that's like a carpet cleaner where they make $50 a house, $100, $150, $200 a house. There's a really big difference there as far as time and energy and as far as finding the right clients to work with. It's a lot harder to justify a $500, $1,000 a month cost to use this technology when you're working with a carpet cleaner who's getting jobs at $200, a shot, and you're giving them maybe an extra boost of, 10, 15 customers a month because they don't get much traffic. But if you're working with a real estate agent, that extra 3 to 5 leads a week or a month makes a huge difference. So what kind of businesses have high customer value? These are businesses like, real estate agents, those that, again, they close a house, it's $10,000 in their pocket, $5,000, $7,000 in their pocket. We've got mortgage brokers, right, which is, again, you're looking at a $5,000, $3,500, $5,000 commission. A roofer, when he closes a job, it's a $4,000 job. That just makes sense, right? It just makes sense. You've got chiropractors. Their client value is, $7,000 per client, long-term customer value. That just makes sense to me. Again, it's a lot easier to close an extra 2 or 3 real estate deals, maybe 2 or 3 mortgage deals, maybe bring in an extra 3 to 4 quotes a week on a roofer's website. Same thing with chiropractor surgeons, which has a $20,000 client. It's a lot easier for us to close and justify 3 to 5 extra deals a month than it is to go and justify 50 deals a month. Give me a big yes in the chat box if you understand that. Okay?
And of course, you missed out attorneys and lawyers because your Mac doesn't have the number of zeros that can fit into the page.
Exactly. But yeah, you've got attorneys, lawyers, all kinds of markets, right? So it's businesses with, it's twofold. It's businesses that have a high customer value and businesses with really bad lead generation systems. So that's kind of the two things that I look for when I start. Maybe the 3 things, I guess you could say, but they're the 3 things that I look for: that they're spending money and they're the alpha type potential customer, that they have a high per customer value, and that it's businesses with really bad lead generation systems. Okay, so websites with no call to actions. You barely see a phone number on the website. There's no form to fill out. There's no emotional copy or anything like that. It's just a bland, ugly website. So those are the three things, okay? The three things that I look for. All right, so please write those three things down. And let me add this, maybe create a slide here. Give me 1 sec as I do so. I'm going to create a quick slide because I think that'll be helpful for you guys. So three things to look for, okay, when you're doing this stuff. And again, I'm spending a bit of time on mindset and finding the right clients because it's the foundation. If you don't get this, you're going to have a really hard time making this business work for you. So the three things is one, a high customer value, okay? Two is going to be, okay, they love to spend. And this can be on yellow pages, newspapers. If you see a lawyer or a dentist advertising on your local on your radio stations or on your television stations, they're spending a small fortune on that. So, and they're driving a lot of traffic to their website. So if you can help them generate more leads from that, they're gonna want to pay you for it. And what is number three? We're looking for high customer value business, spending in advertising, and we're looking for the alpha business personality. Okay, so write these three things down. Okay, write these three things down. And Troy says, well, isn't the alpha doing a better job with call to actions and stuff like that than non-alphas? Yeah, yes, you're right. But if they have at least two out of the three here, I'm usually pretty excited, right? So if you've got a business that's got high customer value business and they're spending money on advertising, they're driving traffic, and they seem to be an alpha business personality when you speak with them or they answer your emails and stuff like that, then that's usually a pretty good indication. But again, guys, like I want you to know that 9 out of 10 businesses, the stuff that you're doing is like ninja. Like call to actions to us seem like it's hey, every business should be doing this, but 9 out of 10 businesses aren't. They really aren't. They don't understand marketing at all. Okay. All right. So let's see here. And yeah, so alpha business personality, and the last one here is obviously they've got a bad lead gen system or website. So let's make this 4 things to look out for. And the 3 things that will be really easy for you to point out are number 1, 2, and number 4. Number 3 will come after you get your lead in the door. You're warming them up a little bit. That's when you'll see if it's either going to work or if it's just going to be a big pain in the you-know-what. Okay? All right. Makes sense. Everyone seems to get this. Is this, write down the words helpful if this has been helpful for you so far, just getting in the right mindset, right? I want to make sure that I know that you guys want, hey, give me how to close sales right now, and I want to reach out to customers and give me this, secret lead tool. I'm telling you, if you go into it with this mindset, forget about it. You're going to do much better, and it's going to be a lot easier, okay? And everyone here is saying this is incredibly helpful. The mindset stuff is helpful. This is awesome, okay? People are just really getting this. So I'm excited, okay? All right. I need you to understand this because it's the only way you'll be able to charge a lot of money for this software on other people's website. There needs to be a justification of value. Okay, so again, we talked about this a little bit, but I want to cover it here just so you guys understand this. So justification of value means, again, it's a lot easier to justify, okay, It's a lot easier to justify a $500 a month, client, um, to use the software when you're making like a high-end client 3 to 5 extra deals a month. So it's a lot easier for me. Again, I'm not going to be banging my head on the wall if I go see a realtor who's spending $5,000 a month on their pay-per-click, on their, sending out postcards, and they're doing all the right things to generate leads. It's going to be a lot easier for me to go that route and only have to justify 2 or 3 extra sales to justify my fees than it is a carpet cleaner who says, well, I get 40 jobs a month, and since we installed your software, that's gone up to maybe 65. Okay, well, those extra 25, I mean, it's harder to justify a 4, 5, 6, 7, $800 a month fee if, again, the value for them isn't as high as a realtor or something like that. Does that make sense? People are saying I'm having issues with my audio. Ian, can you
Yeah,
hear me?
you were sounding like you were gargling after brushing your teeth, but now you've come back.
Let me try something. Let me just skip and try something. Give me 30 seconds or less. Hey guys, can you hear me again? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Perfectly. Yes, 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 yes. Clear.
Okay.
Everybody hears.
All right. So do I write down repeat if I have to repeat this slide that we're on because you might not have heard it well or something like that? I don't know if you guys heard and people are saying, no, 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 don't repeat. Please don't repeat. We're good. Go for it. Okay.
Please don't repeat.
No, it's 20 seconds. Okay. So what are golden markets to go for? And I know they seem hard to get a hold of, but I'm going to make it a lot easier for you guys in the upcoming training sessions. But the markets, of course, a phone call comes in. The markets that are golden to go after are really the markets like lawyers, chiropractors, realtors, mortgage brokers, and roofers. We talked about those types of markets: windows companies, plastic surgeons, accident or divorce lawyers. And here's what I want you to know: is that the software guys, you don't need to. How can I say this? Like, you don't need to go after the markets that only have videos right now, right? Like, not every market that you'll go for has to be in like the videos that you guys currently have. So in the training sessions that we're going to do together, I'm going to actually show you guys how you can get videos done for really, really cheap for any market. So if you want to hit the roofing market, the roofers market, or like windows, window companies, or other types of markets, you don't have to go out and just use the videos that we provided. Actually, I think it's better if you do custom solutions for your clients. So again, it'll be a lot easier to create your own videos and go into other markets. Again, we've got car dealerships, lots of businesses that you can go after. So my big thing here is don't just limit yourself to the videos that are in your training dashboard. Okay. All right. So before I move on, I know some of you guys are going, "Oh, just move on and give us some content here," but write down flush in the training box, in the question box, if you're ready to flush the 80%. Because guys, 80% of people will not want to work with you. They won't be open to it, and they won't get it. Okay. So if you can accept that, and if you can move forward with that in your mind, then I think you'll do a lot better than if you're going out there saying every single business is going to want to hire me and do this with me and pay us. Okay. Michael says, well, the 20% of the 34, 50 million businesses is still pretty huge. Absolutely. All right, let's go into this. All right, so let's talk about this. My biggest 20% finding tool, like how to find that 20%, the two biggest tools I use are SpyFu and Google.com. Typically, an alpha business owner who's very lead centric and wants to generate a lot of business and stuff like that, typically they're using Google advertising. They're typically spending money. Uh, they're typically spending money on Google ads to bring in traffic. So businesses that are doing that, you're kind of like 50% there. Okay, you're just saving yourself so much time, energy, and effort. You're almost there, because what happens is those types of businesses, they've been sold to before. They understand the value of leads. They understand the value of traffic. They understand the value of, bringing in customers through the door. So let's look at my first tool and do some training on how to use the first tool that I use the most, which is called SpyFu. Okay. So let me go to a SpyFu account here. So I go to spyfu.com. Now, a bit of a warning. Spyfu.com is not free. There is I think $60, $70 a month fee, and it's not free. So you don't have to use the paid version. It's just that the paid version is kind of like really powerful. So I'm not saying you have to. You can use the free version. The free version will give you 5 or 6 listings, whereas to the paid version is kind of like a Ferrari, where you'll just get endless amounts of leads. Okay, so depending on how you use it, I think it's $79 a month for their basic package. But for me, like, to pay $70 a month and get an unlimited amounts of leads of businesses that I know are spending a ton of money, that's peanuts for me. So again, you might want to use the free version at first to get in your first few customers. Once you line up your first customer, you might want to go for the paid. So let's look at that. We talked about real estate agents and all this other kind of stuff. So let's type in, real estate and then Miami. I like Miami because it's warm and it's beautiful, and I wish I was there right now. All right, so what this is going to do is it's going to go out and give me a bit of some data, okay? Some data on the marketplace and what kind of searches are there and stuff like that. So if I go to advertiser history, I can see, and even if I go maybe homes for sale Miami, so that's what your typical person will search for when they're looking for houses for sale and stuff like that. So if I go down here, I can see right away, who's spending money in this kind of marketplace. And it's pretty cool. Like, I can get into quite a lot of detail. And it tells me things like their monthly budget, how many keywords they're actually bidding on, the coverage that they're getting. So how many times they're actually showing up on search, the ads that they're using. So if I click on this one here, I can see that these are the ads that they're using, the kind of budgets that they're spending and stuff like that. So it gives me a lot of data. It gives me a lot of really good data, and it tells me if they're, again, that type of business that loves to spend money on bringing in customers. So if you look at this, and let's just sort, you'll see that there's a lot of information here. So let's look at some companies in real estate. There we go. So here's one that I would look at. So Christie's Real Estate. They seem to spend a lot of money. Okay, they seem to spend about $5,000 or more a month, so they're driving traffic. Let's see what their website looks like. Okay, so let's just look at that. We're gonna go back. And I've never done a search for this, so I'm just kind of going at it. I'm showing you guys my thought process. So I'm going to go and I'm going to look at their website and see what it says. So I'm going to go to Christie Real Estate. And they're kind of like a listing place where people can look and buy properties. It's most likely owned by a real estate brokerage of some sorts, um, and it's probably a bigger brokerage. So they don't have a really good call to action. They don't have a phone number that's readily available, and it seems like it might be like a listing website. Okay, a listing website. So you see here they've got contact boxes, which is pretty cool, but nothing really pushing me to want to really leave my information. No real call to action. So here are a couple of reasons why I like this. They're a bigger company. They're spending money. I like that. They've got a beautiful website, so it tells me that they're pretty aggressive. They're not just using a crappy old website that they haven't put any money in. They're actually spending a bit of money. It might be a bit of a bigger company to work with, which is cool because they wouldn't mind spending money with me. And here's what's great with Google: they don't really like when your first page, that first landing page that you have, has any kind of like pop-ups or anything like that. So what's cool is that your video technology, the auto lead technology, could be on the inner pages. So any page that goes to like something like this, instead of having a request more information form, they could remove that and then have this technology and again, we're going to share with you guys how to do this on an exit pop. So when the person comes to exit, it could have that video saying, hey, are you looking for your perfect home in, Trinity Square? Are you looking to work with the right real estate agent? Are you looking to buy or sell? Blah, blah, blah. So these inner pages would be really, really good for this technology. So I like this. It seems like it's a good brand. They don't use much as far as technology goes on their website. So anyway, I just think that this is pretty cool. I think this is actually a pretty good fit. It's a massive company, but if you could get in there, can you imagine how much money you could actually start making from it? Could be huge, right? Multiple franchises, all of this kind of stuff. Right? So give me a big yes if you see this, right? You could use this on all their internal pages. They're spending money. They've got a nice website, so they're obviously a bigger company. So again, it's awesome. And again, don't be discouraged about, oh my God, Google landing pages. Don't worry about it. We've got great ways to get around that. But this is very, very powerful stuff. Okay. All right. So let's look at other types of markets. So let's look at chiropractor, St. Louis, okay? And then, let's just do chiropractor, Miami again. All right. So here we go. So we've got, Chiro One Source, which is, we're spending some good amount of money here. Actually 3,300. I mean, anything over $3,000 is usually a pretty good spend. Okay, anything over $3,000, $5,000, it's usually pretty good. Okay, so if I look at this here and I start looking at how much they're spending, we've got companies here that are spending $1,200, $1,900, and this is just a rough estimate. This company here, Dr. Neil Spanier, they say they're spending about $3,700. So let's look at what they're doing, and let's see if they might be a good fit or not. Okay, this is a perfect example. What are the first things that you see here with this beautiful website? What are the first things that you see here, okay, with this website? There's no real call. Yeah, go ahead.
You just keep watching. You just keep watching the video, and you don't know. You just like, my back's just tightening up every time as the video goes on.
Right.
But as I say, there's little book appointments. It's not very clear.
There is. You missed it. That's how bad it is, right? That's how bad this website is. You missed it.
Yeah.
So, the book appointment button, you've got the conditions. If you go to conditions, again, you could put an inner video page here. Same thing on the treatment. You could put a video chat and page here as well.
That phone number at the top right is lost.
Yeah, I mean it's not a nice website. The phone number is really hard to it's not a good place to. I mean it's bad. Okay, so here's what I like. They're doing the right things. They're spending money on Google. They've got a website. It's not been updated, but Dr. Neil is obviously not doing the best of jobs. If I go to contact, here's what I like as well. Here's what I really like. Okay, here's what I really like. This email right here most likely goes directly to Neil. Okay, so I like that. I could probably reach out to Neil right now and say, hey, look at what I've done to your website. He would probably be floored by it. Okay, so there are a lot of things that I like, and a lot of reasons why I would go for this company and try to bring them on as a client. Their website needs an update. They're not using good call to actions. They're in a market that has a high customer value. Okay, they're really not using the right kind of technology to bring in leads, but they're in the right direction. Okay, and this guy looks like he could be an alpha business person. But again, I like the fact that they're trying. They're on Google Plus. They're on Facebook and stuff. They're trying stuff. They're not closed to ideas, right? Give me a big yes in the chat box if you would try to go after Dr. Neil as a client, right? Absolutely. This is what I call easy money. Why is it easy money? It's not a big firm. Dr. Neil looks like an approachable guy. You could probably call and the gatekeeper would either put you right through, or she'll be like, hey, send me an email, show me what you've got. As soon as she sees the email, she'd go, wow, that's an incredible, let me show this to the doctor, see what he thinks. Easy, right? Very, very, very easy. Okay. So again, we're going to talk about that. Okay. We're going to talk about that. And Michael says, how do businesses go about, aren't they mad that you're putting this video on top of their website and this technology? No, they're not mad because they know it's not on their website. And we make it clear. We say, hey, look, I took your website. I put it on the background of our technology, and I just wanted to see if this was something of interest. So it's very easy to go in and get these guys excited. I like that one. I really, really like it. Here's another one that's spending about $2,600 a month. So let's see what they're doing. Oh boy. Wow. Okay.
Have you been injured due to a car accident and don't know where to start?
Nice.
Accident injuries are serious. Don't wait until your injuries become worse. Come visit our team of highly experienced professionals.
Okay, I love this business already. I love it.
The latest medical technology to discover the damage 6528.
So this is really cool. This is a really great find. So they have a video already, right? So they get video, they get marketing, they've got an okay website. They don't really have a good call to action except for this video. But guys, they already have a video. So isn't that cool how you could, and let's see if you could actually right click on it. Yeah, I'm going to share with you guys a couple ways that you could do this. But wouldn't it be cool if we took this video and embedded it in this video inside of, the autopilot lead system, and then sent them an email showing them that video going to chat? Wouldn't that be pretty cool? Yeah, there are ways of doing that. Okay, there are ways of doing that. But again, they understand video. They get that. They have a pretty cool, strong call to action. If I click on Meet Dr. Gomez, I don't know if there's going to be, there we go. Seems like a lovely woman. And then if I click on, they don't even have a contact us button. That's funny. Okay, so here's the info page. Here's the info page right here. Info at Dr. Gomez, call us. So I would go after them. They're spending money on ads. They've got an okay website. They're using video. If they saw this technology, they would be all over it. Okay. Write down yes in the chat box if you believe that this could be a great business to go after. Right? Are you guys starting to see this? Good lead. Very good lead. Okay? So here's why I love SpyFu. In the matter of what, Ian, 10 minutes, we found 2 really awesome potential prospects for this. Very, very quickly, right? Colorado Springs chiropractors. Here's another one. Okay, these leads are all over the place. These leads are all over the place. It's easy. Okay, website. No call to action. The phone number seems pretty clear. Very basic website. Okay? Very basic website. Okay? So when someone clicks on services, you could have the video technology on all of their pages, on their blog, on their FAQs, on their contact us pages. There's no direct call to action. Okay? That's the one thing that's missing. There is no direct call to action. Okay? That's the one thing that's missing here. Their website looks good. They're spending money, right? This is another great lead. I mean, there's no reason not to go after them and create a prospecting page and go after them. Okay. What if these leads on SpyFu are not in the first 3 Google results on a search? It doesn't matter, Jerry. It's just because the keyword that you're using, which you think might be driving traffic, might not be the keyword that they're bidding on. So if you're trying to go after chiropractor Miami, and you see that they're not on the top 3, they're like on the bottom, but they're ranking, in Google on Google AdWords for, back pain Miami, back pain specialist Miami. Like, you don't know what keywords they're going after. I just go after potential monthly budget. This is what SpyFu thinks they're spending in a month. It's usually more than what they're showing. And again, it's usually more. Oh, why did I do that? It's usually more than the amount of money that they're actually spending. So this is like a low ball type of an idea. So again, if I click here and then put up another website, you will see that again. Oh my goodness. Some of these websites are kind of funny, but see, they've got testimonials. Like, they get it, like they get marketing, they get the general idea. They're on Facebook, Twitter, like they're open to this kind of stuff. So I like it. I really like it. I know it's not a beautiful website and it's cheesy and stuff, and it's just, they get it though. They've got testimonials, they've got, success stories. Their website is horrific. It really is horrific. But having this technology will help us. Okay, we'll help the client help them, right? So does this make sense? Like how this could work on this website as well?
Roger, just a couple of questions I've seen come through. Some people are saying that they see callers today. Is that not really the call to action that we're looking for?
No, the call to action we're looking for is, hey, if you're in pain, if you're suffering, get a free consultation, get a free back adjustment and 1-hour consultation with a back specialist. That's a call to action. Call to action, it's like, think about, imagine the call to action is a billboard, and you're standing outside in the middle of nowhere. There's lots of people going around, and you have that billboard, and you're using their call to action. So if I'm in New York and I've got a billboard that says call 925-373-6363, how many people will call? I mean, people won't call and be like, why would I call this number? But if you've got, if you're right in major pain and you need help right now and you need a free consultation for your back, call. People will call. So that's the analogy I use with that.
Okay, got it. There was a couple of people who just wanted to do, if you can just do a quick overview of what to look for again in SpyFu, the statistics, the numbers, the ranges between which and which, the columns to look at.
Right, so when you're first going to get into SpyFu, if I can get it to work, Ian. It's obviously slow. All right, when you're first going to get into SpyFu, you're going to, get into this page right here. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to type in a keyword. So it could be, again, New York lawyer. Okay, so you'll go here. You'll get to this page. So what you'll want to do is go to advertiser history, and this is the monthly amount of money that SpyFu thinks that they're spending on a monthly basis, and then the total amount of keywords that they're actually bidding on. So this company here, they're bidding on over 376 keywords. So attorney, accident attorney, DUI attorney, law attorney, like all these keywords. So it finds all the keywords. Average position, no need to know that. Everything else you don't really need to know. Okay, you don't need to know anything else. These are the primary numbers that I look for. Anything over 2,500, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, the higher the better. But there's a pocket. If they're spending $15,000 a month on advertising, they're probably a little bit of a bigger firm. It might be a little harder to get through. Okay, it might be a little harder to get through to that potential customer.
So Roger, you're saying really the range you should be hitting is between $2,500 and $15,000 a month?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it's just again you can you can again go into and try to land bigger clients. I'm just saying for your first couple of clients, stick to a range that's going to be comfortable, that you won't have to go through 15 hoops to get to the right person, and that's usually a spend of $3,000 all the way up to $10,000-$15,000. So look at this company here, $3,500 a month. New York law attorney. If I put them in here, so they're almost doing it right. They have a call to action here, but it's not an emotional call to action. It's not like, I know what you're going through. Again, if someone goes to practice areas, and again, they just say, here are the areas that we're working on. It's not emotional. It's not like I need to call them. They seem like a great company. Like, to me, write down in the chat box if you find that this firm might seem a little, how can I say without swearing, unapproachable, okay, and write down easy to work with. If this just, like, as a customer's perspective, if these people seem like they love and they care their customers and they're there for them, right? Like, again, it's cold, stuffed shirt. Some people are saying approachable, but most people are saying stiff, stuffy. It's bland, aggressive. It's, again, you can't. That's not how marketing works, right? That's not how marketing works. People will respond to marketing when it's emotional and it's about them. Okay. And this kind of stuff is not good if they're spending this kind of money. Here's another one. They're spending $5,500 a month. So great spend. And I'll bet you it's the same thing. See, like, I like they've got this. They've got a doodle video. They've got, it's not bad. It's just, are they hitting the divorce? They're a divorce lawyer, right? So are they hitting that? The first thing that you see on this website is not the emotional button that you need to be pushing in order to have someone call. The emotional button on a divorce attorney's, website should be, we know you're in a lot of pain, you're in a lot of worry, you're in a lot of stress. We're here to help you. If you need a divorce attorney that understands, that cares for you, and wants to help and make sure that you get the most that you can out of your separation or divorce, contact us. And I can tell you right now, this doodle video, right? It's all about them. So this is actually a great example. It's all about them, We are results-oriented criminal defense, family law, and divorce lawyers, right? We are hired to represent the people in the most, harrowing experiences in their lives and invest our blood and sweat and tears into each case. We. I don't care about you right now. I'm thinking of getting divorced. I don't know if I'm going to keep my kids. I'm losing my house. I don't care about you right now, right? So, and I don't care that you've been around since 1976. I don't care that you have a teamwork approach. Guarantee, fine, I'll take that. But most of this stuff is I don't care. Okay, so who agrees that the emotional video that we provided you, write down 10 times, 100 times in the chat box if you understand why that is like 100 times more powerful. It's like if they saw that, okay, on their website, they would be blown away right now. Like if you sent them, and I hope someone reaches out to them with our technology because you're going to land them as a client. And here's what I love about this lead. This is probably one of the best leads that we've seen in the last 20 minutes. They're open. They hired someone to do this video. They hired someone to do this thing on the right-hand side. They're obviously working with some kind of a web potential person, right, or group or something. So again, they're open. They want to see new things, and I really, 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 really love this kind of a lead. Okay, I love it. Okay, so write down a big yes in the chat box if you understand that this is most likely an alpha business. They want to get more clients. They're trying. They've got video going. They've got these cool things going. This is a perfect alpha potential client. Okay. All right. So, Ian, I think I've covered SpyFu quite well. I think I've covered, what to look for. Let me know what are your thoughts on, and if we can move forward and do a little bit of software training here today.
No, I think we can definitely move forward. There was just, I don't know if you want to cover it now, but people were asking, like, what can we charge? Do you want to be talking about that next week, or you want to get into pricing?
Guys, you can't, and I know, some people are on the call that love to move a lot faster than I can. And you'll send support tickets, and those who've been with us, you know who you are. Don't do that, because again, you'll see, I can't just say, hey, you're going to charge $500 a month or $1,000 a month. If you don't know why and you can't present that to a client, it doesn't really matter, right? Todd is saying, I don't see how the hundreds of us won't be hitting the same businesses. Todd, there's 34 million businesses out there. There's 1.3 million real estate agents out there. There's 300,000 mortgage brokers out there. There are over 500,000 attorneys and lawyers out there. Trust me, I don't think we'll be stepping on each other's toes here. But yes, please, please don't move too quickly in the training. There's a methodical way of doing this, and don't send a support ticket to our guys on pricing or upsells or things like that. I'm going to be covering it. Okay. Jerry, yes, absolutely. Please just hang tight. Okay. All right. So let's get into some software stuff. I think we can do that. Did you? Okay, let me do a quick walkthrough, and then Ian is going to give us a few tips and stuff on where to get answers as well. So let me just log in. Log in here. There we go. All right, so I'm in the dashboard right now, and I'm going to give you guys just a really simple, nothing crazy. Again, just a simple, broad stroke, just a simple look at how this works. The step-by-step will be coming into a training video that Ian is doing with our top guy on this whole program. And I wanted to do a step-by-step training video with him because he really understands the software. He's built it out. He's the expert. And I just wanted you guys to kind of look at that and say, okay, here's the step-by-step. Here's the broad way of doing it. The first thing that I typically look for is I love using templates, and that's my way of doing it. Maybe Ron and Ian have another way of doing it. I love to use templates that are already in there. So if I go in here and I click on attorney, we were talking about attorneys, I can just click the use button. And then even if I'm doing it for another company, even if I'm doing this for a sports store, whatever, I can use a a template, and then from there, just change the things that I want to change, okay? So if I go in here and I type in sports or whatever, and hit continue, then what happens is it kind of creates the funnel, so I can go in there and make my changes. So if you click on edit inside of the funnel, you can then edit all of the questions and answers right in here, okay? And you can change whatever you want. So if I click on, if I click on here, then I can say, welcome to our sports store. What are you looking to buy today? Okay, or what sport are you looking to buy for today? Hockey, baseball, football, whatever, right? And then you can build out your funnels using the templates that are in there right now. And again, if you don't understand how to do that, there will be some extensive training in the next 2 or 3 days, most likely by Monday. Is that correct, Ian?
Yeah, we're going to be hopefully getting stuff up by Monday. We're also we'll be putting together. I'll take, you carry on. I'll add on to this later.
Okay, so in the next upcoming days, we're going to be doing this kind of, some really step-by-step training so that you guys fully get this. So that's where the script. I'm going to give you a broad overview. So this is where the active script happens, okay? So that's where you would do all of this active script stuff, okay? Now, if you look at, all of these things, everything is editable within the tool, okay? So if I click on save and hit yes, it's going to save whatever I changed in here. So again, we're going to do some step-by-step walkthrough stuff on how to use this. I'm just kind of giving you the broad idea, okay, of how this whole works. So on the right-hand side, you've got the reactive script. So if someone wants to cancel an appointment, if you're doing this for anything that has to do with, let's say, a doctor's office, and they say, hey, I want to cancel my appointment, you can put these kind of keywords, okay, in here, which will prompt something else. So think about it. If you're at a doctor's, you're working with a chiropractor or a plastic surgeon or a chiropractor or whatever, and they say, I want to change my appointment, or I want to, refer a friend, or I want to whatever. If it finds those keywords out, it's going to reply with a standard message like, oh, I don't have access to the schedule. Can you please call me in the office right now and we'll reschedule that? And then you put the number of the office. So it allows you to reactivate anything that's said that's not on the left-hand side. On the bottom, the universal agent script is if anything doesn't make sense to this computer, they'll say, please excuse me, but I'm handling a few requests at the same time, and it's important for us to give you the best service. Can you please leave me your email, and my manager will help you with that. You can write whatever you want here. So if anyone goes to the chat box and they write the F word or anything like that, and our system doesn't recognize it, you can just have it like a generic reply saying, oh, unfortunately, I won't be able to help you with that. If you want to call into our office, I'll be able to help you. Okay. So those are the three basic things. You've got your active script right here. You've got your reactive script, which is, if they ask about things like, again, if someone goes to a car dealership, website, and they say, I want to do a test drive, the keyword test drive, then you could respond by saying, yeah, we can certainly do a test drive. Please call Jim in our office right now at 613 da 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 da. He'll be able to assist you with booking a test drive. Okay. And then you've got the universal agent answer. When this thing doesn't understand what the heck the client's talking about, it's just going to revert them to that. Give me a big yes in the chat box if you understand that. Okay. And again, we're going to give you a lot more step by step but give me a big yes in the chat box if you guys get that, okay? Very cool. Okay, so that's the broad stroke there. The design and behavior section of this is just the designing aspect of it, how this thing looks like, okay? So that's simple. You know, do you want the widget to open on the left, on the, you know, coming in from left to right, right to left? What's the color? What image do you want here for the logo? What image you want here for the chat agent? What name you want for the chat agent? You know, excuse me.
Thank you.
Initializing.
You gave me some hair. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. And all of the things that are happening. So functional text. So connecting with you with an agent. You know, so instead of writing that down, you could say, "Please wait a moment. We are finding an agent for you." Okay. Chat placeholder. So type your message and press enter. Agent is typing. All these kinds of things can be changed. Okay. Hit on save, and that'll save the settings. Your autoresponder, we'll have a video on how to set up your autoresponder with this. And then you've got your video intro. So you need to turn on or off the video intro. So if you turn it on, then you have to provide it with a video. So you can open the video bank and then find a video that's in there. And we're going to be adding more videos as well in the next upcoming weeks. Or you can use a personal video, okay, which you just enter a URL and that will be taught as well. Now, do you want the video to show up on mobile devices? You know, that's up to you. You can either click here to say yes, display the video, or don't display the video. Your leads section is where all of your leads will be showing up for your clients, for your different customers, okay, for your different customers. And then we've got the prospector tool, which I will be doing a training session on how to use this tool properly. So again, this is how it works. Now, the training section, you've got some training in there already. I want you to look at the training. Go through the training. Do not send us a ticket if you haven't looked at these 3 videos. And please hold on to your support questions until Ian has released his video in the next couple of days, because it will go through everything, okay? So again, a little bit of patience with us. I know you're eager to go. I know you guys are eager to run with this and get this active. There is a little bit of a learning curve for you guys, but I want to make sure that we have the tools in place that you guys can do it. There's a lot of training here already, 3 videos, but we're doing something really special where our top lead guy on this will help you guys and walk you through it on a recording. So that's where my training sessions will go. Will be in the training videos section. And then we've got your own website, which will be in the Get Clients tab section, okay? So Ian, this was a broad stroke, you know, overview of where everything's at. Did you want me to send you the screen?
No, I just want to, first of all, there's a few things. Firstly, a few people have been sending in on the chat saying they haven't received any access. We have found out that some people have signed up with a different email address than they normally use. Okay, and we've been sending login credentials and welcome emails to that email. So please check all the emails that you have, especially your spam folder, because sometimes when we send out emails with links, it gets redirected into spam. Everybody has been sent an email. The question is you have to find it. So that's the first thing. If you have any questions, of course, that we are here to help you at support@reallysuccessful.com. An easy way to get to us is through the Got a Question link at the top. If you click on that, Roger, click on Got a Question. Actually, if you go back to them, if you click on Autopilot Lead, sorry, yeah. All right, if I'm looking at this and I'm seeing this widget status, if I click on Got a Question and click on widget status, just type in widget status. All right, this is now going to give me some options. Okay, it says what does widget status mean? If you click on that, and so this option displays whether the widget is on or off. Okay, of course it needs to be on in order to appear on the website. Okay, you can also just type in the word statistics and then knowledge base, because you have lots of statistics there on this main dashboard.
Yep.
Okay, and then it just gives you a detailed understanding of what each of the statistics, what the views are, the interactions, the lead, the abandoned. We're building up this knowledge base. We're actually going to be taking, after this webinar, I'm going to be downloading all the questions that have been put here. So please, guys, don't, I'm talking now to the admin team, wait for me to download all the questions. We're going to be populating the knowledge base with all your questions. We're going to also give answers. Any tickets that you send in, we're also going to be putting up there. And we're going to be building up, so within a very short amount of time, there's going to be little, all you're going to have to do is just go to Got a Question, and you should be finding your answers there.
Guys, we're putting in a lot of energy and work into this Got a Question widget. Is this helpful, guys? Like, can you commit to start using that, because it will help you. It will really help you. And we just want to make sure that you guys are going to be using that. Can you please commit to that? Write down I commit, because we're putting in incredible amounts of hours in this. And again, you know, we're trying to put as much as we can to make you guys succeed and get this. So everyone's saying I committee, and everyone's going to give us.
Yeah, no, that's great. Listen, guys, I mean, it's not the first training I've seen Roger do, and there is logic to his madness. And he's basically going out there, first of all, find your customers, find your prospects, work on that. You can leave the end product is, once you found them, is to actually go into the system and start creating the funnels. But that can wait a few days. The main thing, there's no point being a specialist on how to create your funnels if you've got nobody to send them to. So take the time. Of course, this training session and others will be uploaded into the training area. Please review the training sessions, go through everything that Roger's been doing today, because, as you know, the interaction with the team is through email, and it would just save you guys a lot of time if you just go through the training as fully as possible, really. And just maybe hold on a bit, because next week we're going to be answering all the questions. We're going to be going through specific examples, how to build out these widgets, the white labeling. Okay, the Get Clients tab that you have there gives you the option to white label and have a landing page. Again, please wait a few days, because you can spend so much time, even an hour or two, just trying to work it out by yourself. Wait for everything. We're going to have a proper session on that, because sometimes it has held people up. You don't need to do it now. We're really at the beginning. We're here for the long haul. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And we want you guys to get to the end and get, you know, and we now have homework. I've been blabbering away, and now I see the homework.
All
so
right.
Roger,
So I think I've said of homework on my end that I want you guys to do is this. I want you guys to start looking at this stuff. I know it's tedious, and you know, I'm going to share with you guys how to outsource this stuff. But I want you to find 10 really good prospects that you can commit to and want to start helping out. So 10 businesses spending at least $2,500 a month on AdWords. And again, listen, guys, we know that keywords like, you know, Chicago attorney, Chicago divorce attorney, you know, those keywords, they're expensive. So if you're not using SpyFu, at least use Google AdWords and just try to find the top, you know, the businesses that are on the top 3 to 5 listings in the paid section of Google. So let me open up Google, because I know we'll get people saying, well, how do I use Google? And how do I know if they're spending money? So if I go to Google and type in Chicago lawyer, okay? So everything that has an ad right here, ad, and all these are ads, these guys, I mean, they're spending a ton of money. If I click on this link, I'm taking $7 to $10 from these guys right now, okay, out of their pocket. So again, these are the people that are spending the dough. So, okay, fine, you don't need SpyFu. You can just really find these keywords that, you know, we know that are expensive. You know, we just know they are, and they're competitive. And find at least, okay, try to find at least the top 3 to 5. Look at their websites. If they're doing everything right and they've got emotional call to actions and they've got, you know, call us now to get a free consultation and all this kind of stuff, move on. But if they're doing a lot of things wrong, then put them to your bucket list. And I want you guys to have a list of at least bare minimum 10 to 20 businesses that you can start marketing to, okay? And that'll be our list. All right? So who's excited about this, guys? Give me a big I'm excited in the chat box. Who can commit to doing this homework? We are fully committed to you guys. Ian, myself, the whole team at Really Successful. We're going to do everything that we can, but you need to do some of this work as well. This won't just happen automatically. So everyone here is excited. Everyone here is ready to go. So Ian, thank you for that. I'm excited to see those videos coming up in the next couple of days. We decided to do this just so that you guys would really grasp the concept, and I just thought this would be the best way of doing so. So guys, give us a couple of days on those videos, and let's get
And
going.
Roger, and can you just go over the next training session? When will that be?
Next training session is next Tuesday at 11 o'clock, and it will be with myself and Ian again, and we're going to talk about how to start approaching businesses and how do we create a funnel that creates customers for us. So it's going to be really, really cool. Okay. All right, guys. So let's get into that. Get your homework done. Again, this is Roger D with Coach Ian. We'll talk to you guys next Tuesday. Take care, guys.